Have you ever wondered what Fall Creek's culture was about? How about the first settlers to this area? Let's take a look at how different cultures settled in Fall Creek.
German people wanted to get away from being in World War II from 1939 to 1945. Also, they came to Wisconsin because it was just like their homeland in Germany because of the resources and weather. Others came because they liked the idea of American freedom and wanted to follow the other Germans. Lots of Germans went to Princeton, Wisconsin and Marquette County before coming to Fall Creek. By the 1900s, 99% of Fall Creek was German, although the first settlers to the area was of English descent. Settlers may have been able to stake land, but they weren't able to purchase land until 1855.
Although the first settlers in Fall Creek were mostly English and Irish, the good farmland of the area attracted more German immigrants. The Fall Creek population became almost 100% German. 1% of the people that lived in Germany in the 1920s did not speak German. In Fall Creek, the German was the main language used in both businesses and social situations well into the 1920s.
The women and girls would cook with the stove, and when they would be done making meals, they would put it in a cupboard to keep it warm. The warm air from the stove would keep the food warm. Their kids at age 7 would help out with their families with work until they were old enough to move out on their own. These children began to learn how to knit, sew, cook, wash, clean, harvest, hunt, and garden. They needed to learn these skills so when they grew up they were prepared to move out and start their own family. Each family would repeat this over and over for generations.
They didn't have a choice for which food they ate unless they were wealthy. They ate whatever was available because there wasn't much food. The people in Fall Creek had to make and grow their own food to save money. People in Fall Creek eat these traditional German dishes. Funny enough, the most famous German dish is Spätlese. Spätlese is a kind of pasta, but the dough consists of egg, flour, salt, and a little bit of boiling water. Pasta is called Spätlese in German. The Germans also eat bratwurst, which is a sausage.
Once a year, usually the 1st or 2nd of November, St. John's Lutheran Church hosts a German dinner. Foods that they serve include German potato salad, sauerkraut, baked beans, sausage patty, kuchen, desserts, punkas, and raised donuts with prunes. Lots of people decide to enjoy this classic dinner. Each year, over 200 people come and eat. There are regular people that come to the German dinner more than once. There are some people that come to the dinner for the first time. Lots of people love it. It is a family tradition. The dinner started in the 1970s. They've been doing it for over 40 years. This event is open to the public.
The men would grow on the crops to feed the animals. Once the children got older, 7 years of age, they would go and help the men crop and help on the farm. The crops that they would grow would be vegetables and grain to feed the animals as much as their own families. The boys would help their dads with daily jobs on the land. In the morning, students would learn in German, and in the afternoon they would learn in English at school. Students and teachers had 2-month vacations. One was during the harvest/fall season, and one the teacher would pick when the next break was. The first schools looked like houses and some schools didn't.
For a time, there were 2 doctors in Fall Creek. Dr. H. Voss, a German immigrant, came sometime in the early 1900s and moved to Racine in June 1916. Alf Bjerke, a Norwegian immigrant, was a graduate of Marquette University and a registered pharmacist. When he came to Fall Creek in 1922 to establish the Bjerke drugstore, his German wife, Elsie, had to work with him at the store as an interpreter, since most of the customers spoke only German.
And every year they would get together and it was mostly the men, I think. I don't think the women were in the Sanger Fest. But it was like, like we'd have Fall Creek Fun Days now. They would have meet together and they'd sing for, and it would be a couple of days. That was one of their things that they